Here's the second troop.
We'll do the same to every village that rebels against Rome.
Pity about the women.
In war, there's no room for pity. The swine will have to find a new leader. I cut him down myself.
I gave no order to attack.
What did you expect me to do? Stand firm while they hacked away at our flanks?
I command. You obey. Personal initiative in battle is dangerous.
Yes, for the reputation of others. Isn't it more important to win the battle than to...
Be quiet. I won't be lectured by my junior officers. Your orders have come. You leave for Rome in the morning.
Rome? I see. In other words, I made the mistake of winning a small victory. I permitted myself to outshine the general in command.
Your orders are signed by Diocletian.
Very obliging of your friend, the Emperor.
I won't permit this.
So I'm to go to Rome, where there's no danger of making a name for myself. You see even in your own son now as a threat to your ambition, don't you? Don't you, as you once saw my mother? That's why I was never allowed to know her, wasn't it? Because of your ambition.
I forbid you ever to mention her.
Her origins were too humble for a man as great as you wish to be.
How dare you? Come back here. Diocletian has named you Tribune of the First Order. I hope you realize what this can mean.
Thank you. Am I dismissed?
You know, it's common knowledge. The Diocletian intends to abdicate soon. It was well over a year ago he first asked me to send my son to him, but I told him it was impossible because we had a war to win first. After all, it was true. But if you've made a name for yourself here, it was I who gave you the chance.
Yes, opportunity up to a point. Anyway, my place is here on the frontier.
Generals are made in Rome, Constantine. It's time you realize the extent of the intrigue and corruption there. A good blow. Who did it?
He will never do it again.
You've a tendency to mistake rashness for valor. You must be more discreet.
I look forward to seeing Fausta. I hope she feels the same.
Oh, son, this is for you.
I've never seen your hand without it.
It belonged to your mother. I'll tell you someday about her. Not now. Come along.
Constantine. He hated sitting for it, but I insisted so much that he finally consented to have it done. But what trouble there was. Constantine couldn't sit still for a moment, and the sculptor was always on the point of giving up. Anyway, I won. He's away so much of the time that I need something to remember him by.
It's a very good likeness. You can see the man of action in it. The man who feels himself destined for greatness. You can understand why Diocletian thinks so highly of him. And why my sister is so in love with him. Don't you agree, Licinius?
I know nothing about that. Ammonius is the sculptor. He is the one who ought to make a copy of this.
Here, study it, Ammonius. Our descendants have a right to know the faces of the great heroes of the past. We mere thinkers and talkers must stay in the shadows and let posterity guess what we looked like. This is the day of great soldiers and warriors. Well, are you impressed? With such a model, your task shouldn't be too difficult.
I don't know. I've never seen Constantine.
I can assure you it's exactly like him. I can't see a fault in it.
Nor in Constantine.
Well, it's a unique head, but I'm sure his features won't escape me.
Here. Put it back in its place.
Tell me, how far is it to Rome?
You can get there tonight. If you're in a hurry, take that way and pass the bend to the caves.
The altar will go here.
Courage, my children. We must be ready for the Easter ceremony.
Be careful.
It's all right.
Shh. Wait. Wait a moment.
It's a fight.
Come.
Horsemen. Get Constantine! Kill him! Adrian! Oh, hey!
I'm going to help them.
They're soldiers. You mustn't. It'll be dangerous.
Whoever they are, we must give them aid. Come along.
This way. Be careful. Put him on the bed over there.
Gently, gently.
Put some water to boil. I'll need vinegar. Remove his breastplate.
Open that one.
We must stop the flow of blood. Prepare bandages, Demetrius. The wound is rather ugly. If the blade had penetrated just a bit further, it'd have been beyond help. The major arteries, however, are intact.
You seem to know what you're doing.
Yes. I've had a little experience at this. Let me have it, my child. Livia.
Yes.
going to be a beautiful day.
Too bad. 3 years on the frontier, and I had to come to Rome to get wounded by a motley pack of dirty beggars.
Don't complain. There are others who are less fortunate. As soon as you're in condition to travel...
Oh, I can travel now?
Oh, no. You'll be all right. I told you before, you can join me in a couple of days.
Fine friend you are.
Until then, try to rest. Where are the others?
In the fields.
I'll take them. I was looking for you. You're in your debt. My friend wouldn't be alive without your help.
Thank you. There's no need of that. We were delighted that we could be of help.
As you wish.
The one thing I would ask if we should ever again happen to meet.
I hope so.
Please forget that you have ever known me.
Why?
Last night, did we ask who you were?
No.
Goodbye now.
Tell me, is it true that there are a great many Christians in and around Rome? Never mind, I thought you might just happen to know.
Centurion? Centurion? Drink this.
What's that?
Milk.
Give me wine, chicken, anything but that. I'm on my way to Rome. I have to get my strength back. For 3 years, I've dreamed of its food, baths, women. The beautiful, perfumed women of Rome. Have you ever seen a Roman woman?
No.
What's your name?
Livia.
Why did they give you a woman's name?
But I am a woman.
You're still a child. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
I wasn't offended.
If I could stretch out in a fine warm bath again.
Shall I bring you a basin?
Do you think I'd fit in a basin?
As soon as you can walk, I'll help you down to the river. It's not far.
As soon as I can walk, I'm leaving. Understand?
Yes, of course.
And the report sent me of your behavior certainly confirmed the faith that Maximianus and I bestowed upon you. I am very happy to see you in Rome again.
Thank you, Diocletian.
I'm sorry about your encounter with these bandits. I assure you they will be brought to justice. I'll assign the matter to my son. Maxentius, I want all the guilty men, and I want them soon. May your stay here be a pleasant one, Constantine.
You have earned it.
I'm sorry you have to be bothered with all this, Maxentius.
After all, it's part of my duty. As prefect of the Praetorium, I'm responsible for everything that happens in Rome. And you'd be surprised how many things happen in Rome.
Excuse me, who's that man over there?
Which one?
The tall one with the white hair.
Statilius. My eccentric father, with all due respect to his imperial majesty, considers him the best physician in Rome, and feels he could not live without his care. Do you know him?
No, but I would have waited he was someone of importance.
Here is someone who should be of more importance to you. My sister, Fausta. Impetuous as ever. Father gave her strict orders to remain at home today.
I consider myself very fortunate.
Very fortunate. That damned Demodius. There'll never be another chance like that.
I was told we couldn't see each other until tonight.
I was more impatient than a beating.
We soldiers have a bad habit of respecting our orders.
Must I command you then to embrace?
There's nothing to stop us. We'll try once more.
No. Apuleius! While he's in Rome, I'm responsible for his safety. That inquiry into the bandits is to get nowhere. Understand?
I've forgotten how beautiful you are.
Maybe that's why you stayed away so long. But you must have had lots of nice little barbarian girls among your prisoners to keep you company.
Life is so different there, Fausta. It's like another world. Everything that's warm and gentle is so far away that it seems not to exist. Long winter snows, cold, bitter. When they thaw, before the grass can spring up, the enemies spring up. Attacks, ambushes. At night they shout and threaten. You live in a long nightmare. When dawn comes, it's like a liberation for everyone. Even if it means the beginning of more fighting.
Oh, Constantino. But you don't have to go back anymore. Soon you'll be Caesar and I'll be your wife.
Caesar? Is that why you want to marry me?
A woman loves a man for himself.
Do you think you could come to love me?
Now you want to know too much. We'll always be together. Isn't that enough?
Those two are together. Look, the slightest thing can separate them.
Look now. They're not separated anymore. The images are one. They're together again. For always.
It might have been a mistake to kill him. Once they're married, we can counsel and guide him. The power will still be in our hands.
You underrate Constantine, and you count too much on Fausta. You can never trust a woman in love.
Who did that?
Oh, come now. You're afraid of a little cold water? Well, I've sewn this. It's the best I could do.
Well, it's almost like it's new. Very good, thank you.
You recovered quickly, didn't you?
Yes. And today I'm leaving. On my way to Rome.
Yes, I know. For you, it must be boring here in the country. In Rome, you will enjoy yourself.
Help me, please. Midas must have run his fingers through your hair.
I'd like to see him try.
Midas was a king in Asia. Whatever he touched turned to gold.
Nonsense.
What do you mean by that?
Tales for children, turning things into gold.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do.
And all the gods, that's nonsense.
I believe in one God, one and indivisible.
Then you're
a Christian.
Take care, Livia. If you dare speak like this to everyone, you'll be denounced.
You're not everyone. Besides, if none of us ever talks about what we believe in, how are the rest of you ever going to save your souls?
They can throw you to the lions for that, you know.
It will happen one day. I wouldn't be the first.
And I thought you were such a child.
I am a child.
Livia! Livia! Livia!
Mateus and the others.
Why have they been arrested?
They attacked a Roman officer the other day.
But these are people I know. They're completely innocent. Let them go, I say. Release them at once.
Who is that? Call him here. Centurion, come here.
Are you in command? Well, you're making a mistake. I was with Constantine. The men who attacked us are not in this group here.
I wonder if he'd be able to identify them. Would you be able
Enough of this quibbling. Release them.
You may be fresh from the provinces, but you may not order around a magistrate of the empire.
No wonder there are bandits here.
Arrest him! I was forced to arrest him. He insulted my office.
That makes no difference. You should have realized who he was.
Sorry?
All right. Now go and release those peasants. You must excuse us, Constantine. We are doing our best to find your attackers. But, even Roman justice can make mistakes.
I'm aware of that.
Accompany them. I'll join you in a moment. Your sword.
Do you really want them released?
Yes.
This was found near the house of the girl. They are Christians.
There's no doubt. And it wouldn't surprise me if that Hadrian had some contact with them. Have him followed.
As you know, you need only to offer sacrifice to the gods to show you mean no harm to the state.
The trial of some Christians.
It would be interesting to watch.
Why not? Oh, they're excellent actors. If they played the tragedies of Seneca, they would be a great success.
If you renounce your religion, you can go free.
I believe in one God.
The accused is condemned to death. Next. What is your name?
What does my name matter?
Are you a free woman or a slave?
That also is not important.
Why won't you answer the questions?
Ask her yourself, Constantine.
Come here.
Do as the tribune commands.
What city do you come from?
The only question here is my faith.
You're being foolishly stubborn. It might cost you your life.
I'm a Christian. I'm not afraid to die.
Now, perhaps. But when your moment comes, alone...
We are never alone. God is with us.
Well, tribune?
What did I tell you? A magnificent sense of the theater. They really deserve applause.
Instead, they go to their deaths.
Wait. The tribune has the power to overrule the sentence of death. Ask him to save you.
Save me? Death is only the beginning of the true life.
Did you hear that, Constantine? The cue for the second act. We play word games. Why don't you rebel?
We win by sacrifice, not by rebellion. It is the promise of Christ.
And what if your Christ has deceived you?
He never deceives anyone.
How amusing.
That's enough, Maxentius. Let her go.
Take her away.
Strange people. Pity that so much courage and determination should be wasted.
I like this little arena here in the gardens of the villa, without all the boring mob yelling and sweating around you. It's one of the few good ideas of my father.
They preach an absurd doctrine that all men are equal. Their converts increase every day. Soon they'll overpower us.
We are about to abdicate. Let the men who succeed us occupy themselves with the problem.
We must select men who will be absolutely firm on the religious question.
You're proposing that your son be in office? I will not allow it. Not Maxentius.
Your Majesties, the victor awaits you.
Turn to God. Pater noster qui es in cielo, sanctificetur nomen Tuum.
Help me. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
You, Claudia, you have borne children. The pain was nothing compared to the joy of seeing our sons. So it will be with death when you will see the Son of God. Lord, give her hope. You'll have strength.
Cruelty for its own sake? I can see no pleasure in it. If at least they had weapons, if they could defend themselves.
Weapons for the Christians? You heard them yourself. For them, death is the true life.
Important information has come in, Maxentius. A meeting of Christians near the house of that girl where Constantino was attacked.
You have given orders?
Not one will escape.
Your mama. Go to her. Go.
No! I beg the Emperor.
They're Christian. They must be wiped out.
But not like this.
He is right. Enough.
Resign yourself. This is the inevitable end of a man who is too courageous.
brave man. Name your reward.
I'm very grateful to both the emperors. For myself, nothing. But if perhaps Fausta has a request.
The life of the child, and that of all of them. Please let them go.
Set them free. You have your wish. We have shed enough blood for one morning.
What a touching scene. All very generous.
Let her out.
God will reward you, my son.
The day is fast approaching when the word of our Lord Jesus Christ will be worshipped everywhere on earth.
None of us will be alive for that. Nor will any of our children. When is it going to end, all of this torture and bloodshed? When will humanity no longer be divided into oppressor and oppressed, into masters and slaves? If we have to suffer for our religion, at least we'll die like men.
If you oppose violence with violence, you reap it, Matthias. To love is the only way.
There is no real justice. Those are empty
Praetorians!
words.
The Praetorians! Block the exit! Quiet! Remain calm! Quiet! You know what to do. Separate. Some through the north tunnel. Some of you go out the other way. Some of you follow me. This way. Hurry! Livia! 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 Demetrius! Livia!
Livia! Livia! Where's Livia? Perhaps she went the other way. We must run. Come, hurry.
This girl is not a Christian. I know her.
Greetings, Centurion. We meet often.
I was frightened when I saw you there fighting in the arena. Why did you do it?
I don't know, an impulse. You can't just sit there and watch women, children being slaughtered, even if they're willing to die.
I think I understand why they do it.
You do?
It's like when you really love someone. It's easy to sacrifice. Even your life.
Forgive me for disturbing you, mistress. At the front gate, there's a man who's very persistent. He refuses to go without seeing you.
Who is it?
His name is Hadrian.
He's run to Constantine for help.
And Constantine will play right into our hands.
But will Diocletian give us the order for his arrest?
Of course he will. We'll act with complete legal authority. You will go to arrest him, he'll attempt to escape, and, unfortunately, someone will be killed.
Leave it to me.
Entirely. Good luck, Licinius.
One rival the less.
Two. Constantine's death will also ruin Licinius. Diocletian will never forgive him.
One learns from you every day.
All all power in the hands of one man alone. And for this, I must thank a miserable little Christian girl.
They'll sentence her to death. Like a common criminal. As if she were a murderer.
I agree that the edicts against the Christians are harsh, but they bring these things on themselves. I've seen it.
How can you possibly say they brought this on themselves? By helping us when we were attacked?
How can I ask the Lord to make an exception of that girl? On what grounds?
But Constantine, can't you see? He's in love with her.
Are you, Hadrian?
Of course not. It's just that it's impossible to forget the way the poor creature helped me.
Maxentius wanted to. He could save her at once.
Maxentius, not even if you go to him.
I've never asked you for anything. But this time I'm begging for your help.
I'm sorry, Adrian. I don't see how I can.
Come, Hadrian. It's no use.
Have you thought where you could hide her, even if you can get her away?
Our friends are waiting at the Flaminian Gate.
Halt there! Come!
Tribune of the Empire. I'll just be a second. Do you have any Christian?
Yes, Tribune.
I was just...
Keeper, here's an officer. Open!
I want to see those who are today.
This way.
Not here.
No. No.
Where are you with her?
Don't ask questions.
You have my blessing, child.
No. I won't leave you here. Please. Please.
It's the will of our Father. Perhaps you are destined for else.
No.
Anything I can do for you?
Nothing. The Lord be with you, Constantine.
Was it easy?
Yes. Even for a tribune of the foot.
There they are. God wills it. We will...
We'll meet Hadrian, I know it.
There's no time to waste. Hurry.
It was a flagrant breach of authority. And when Licinius tried to stop, revoked his privilege as a tribune of the first...
They not only fell, they also killed the Senate.
Are you certain it was Constantine?
I know him well. I was officer of the day when he came to arrange the release of those peasants.
That was there? In whom can one... My own physician, Constantine, if you should see...
Despite these that you have placed before us, we must allow Constantine to refute it.
Question him, then.
You're right. Have him brought here at once.
Thus, I want you to go after him.
To treat him with the respect, Tribune.
I'll not yet.
There they are, stop.
Constantine, what are you doing here?
Constantine, listen, and they're looking for you everywhere. The Diocletian knows about everything. Why don't a sentry?
The sentry? I didn't...
But the prison guards do.
The guard? But he's...
Then it was true trap for you. I don't know, listen, maybe... You can't go back to Constantine.
Just explain to Diocletian. Don't believe him, talk to him.
But they'd never let you get alive. The only person that can defend you is other.
I'm going to run away. I'll find some means to Diocletian.
Constantine, they're coming. Save yourself. I beg you.
Faustus Reich tell you. They weren't many just to arrest you.
I'll send for you.
On the day of our election, Maximianus and I, by most solemn vow, both to the Senate and of Rome, agreed in due time to give all the powers Jove bestowed on us, and to pass them on to the men chosen as our successors. To keep faith with all our promises, we therefore proclaim as Emperor of the Eastern Provinces, Gallus Dacius, and as Emperor of the West, Constantius. You will merit all your action to succeed as the new Caesars, to selected, well known for valor, courage, and prudence. Flavius Severus for West, and for the East, the Tribune First Order, Laius Licinianus.
Want to be the first to congratulate Licinius.
I'll never... How much you helped me.
See what legion he's from.
He's of the third. Your father must be in trouble.
What is it?
What could have happened?
Soldiers! You come back here! You there, hold! Ah! Come on! You there, stop! Who's in command here?
The barbarians! We're out! It's hopeless! Let me die!
Who gave the orders to retreat?
I did! Let me...
You call yourselves Romans?
Constantine, son of the Emperor, the son of the Emperor.
Hey!
been beaten.
Father. Yes, a big...
Back, Constantine. You must be told now. Your mother is a Christian.
A Christian?
Yes. The law. She go in hiding. You could never go to her. You'd have taken you to...
That was why. Why didn't you... You should have told me sooner. Couldn't you make her so wrong? How foolish.
Move her. She had to will. Find her. Look for her. Tell her my last thought was of her. Eleanor. My last battle. The barbarians. The Empire. I've lost last battle.
I told you, a victory.
Yours.
This was the last day of Constantius Florus, your emperor. Even among such men are ready, glorious in arms, on to govern, unswerving in justice. We shall follow in his steps. We shall continue. Eustace, come here. Give me blood. Return to your rank. Men of the Legion, your sword is the power under which I rule. The power given me. The power only you shall take from me, if ever I shall be unworthy.
To our soldiers the gratitude of all the Roman people, also through Legate Hadrian Rufus, I, Constantine, wish to make known to the Senate that hereafter my policy will be one of not only on our borders, but also peace, that is freedom and tolerance for the Christians, so all may strive together for the common good of the empire. Given at our capital, Constantine Augustus, Emperor of the...
What does this mean? Then the edict of Diocletian against the Christians...
Noble fathers, I too join in the universal celebration for the election of Constantine. I'm sure that I speak for all of you in assuring that the Emperor's wishes shall be carried with the greatest of zeal, as though he himself were among us. To be hoped that the Christians appreciate as we do the great generosity of Constantine, will come out from the holes in the ground and openly worship there without fear, but that they will not the gods of Rome, preach equality among men and the legion of slaves, above all stir up discord among our people, that entrusts you to confer the Emperor its attitude and devotion. I will...
Constantino is a usurper. He was his soldiers, and you support. Why did you allow yourselves to speak? We will not let ourselves.
The Senate is supreme custodian of our institution.
Would you speak like you had Constantine's legions in you? This moment, all the army base would be 100 or so men. Camp following of the dregs of... What we need is time. We mustn't arouse suspicion.
No, Sicily, something... It's not the wedding or terms of the ritual gifts. The silver snake bracelet, my love. How affectionate you are.
Why do you insist on this hostility? You're the one who misinterpreted the events of that...
It was the true interpretation, but unfortunately I had no...
Because there's not to be had. Maxentius always been a loyal friend to Constantine. Even this morning, only you had heard him.
My brother's very clever. Longer deceives me. Constantine's emperor, he wants to use me to... That's why you're here.
Why, no.
And you continue to blame. Why don't you explain it politics and government? You had to give up your power. Resign yourself to it.
No, the Empire needs me, as you will come to realize.
Well, Adrian.
Thank you for receiving me. X's gifts in the name of the Emperor Constantine, a modest token of his affection for you.
Come to my room.
The fabrics woven by the women of sea, as well as furs, jewelry. By this, all you've waited for most of all.
You're right. I was terribly worried. Excuse me.
Happy to see you, Hadrian.
Be with you.
I hope the Emperor is not far behind. Rome awaits impatiently.
The Emperor has many important which keep him in Treviri.
But the ceremonies, what of them?
Postpone them till after the wedding.
Where will it take place?
At Treviri. If your daughter is, the Emperor prefers to marry.
Adrian, there's still something got to give me.
To wait till you asked. The ring is yours. It was his mother's. He treasures it more than he.
And now it'll be... Oh, Adrian, I hope that we're happy as I am at this moment.
I accept your good wishes.
Our father and I will have to bow for you.
God protect him.
I told you, he's the god of love.
Where were you hidden during that?
In Sabina, and we'd some terrible... We'd never have served except for Eleanor. She was sent by God.
Yes.
How old is she?
I don't know. How old is she?
Oh, about 50.
You know where she is?
She went Rome. The persecutions were going on, but she wanted to help who were in worse danger.
You must help me find her.
Gladly. But why?
It may be someone very close to Constantine.
You will be Constantine. There will I be Faust.
I now testimony before you, O omnipotent.
Cecilia, get me the ribbons.
All right.
Are you still sorry that I brought you to Treviri?
Oh, no, miss. I've seen so many wonders. and all forgetting. Everyone is for us.
And you?
Constantine, too, I'm very happy.
I don't want you to feel that this is just a marriage arranged by your family.
But of course I don't.
You remember I asked once if you could ever come to love me. I ask you now again.
Constantine, when you gave ring, I felt how much I loved you. Now I'll never part with it.
It's for one man to dream of a woman for all of his life.
And our lives, it'll bind them for all.
Authorize Maxentius to recruit men, cavalry, foot soldiers, triple the garrison in Rome. What's these new troops?
You protect Rome.
Time of peace?
You, the Christians. Oh. They would owe our oldest institution.
They're our most peaceful citizens. They preach that everyone, even a soul, that doesn't make them enemies of the state.
Maxentius feels
the
that...
The of Maxentius serve only to curse more and more of our people. I will not allow it.
You're not being fair, Constantine, your most loyal subject. Even as I do, that the imperial should not be divided between Galerius, but in your hands. Oh.
I hope I misunderstand you. Galerius is Tiberius, Emperor of the East, who officially recognized my election. I respect party as he respects mine. I will not any abuse of power to set aside.
The law is made by the man who wins.
I'm not that. Vacation of the imperial power, if it happens, must come spontaneously through the acceptance of a common principle.
Christianity, for example.
No, I'm not a Christian. I share their convictions. But I do believe in a justice which is us all. How did the scaffolding was rotten. Find out who was real.
A justice which is us all, though he was alive. And listen to me, Constantine. Think of the Empire. An accident like this to Galerius could unify the Empire. Well...
Was your Faustus father. Get what you've said. Hail, Galerius. Hail. Hope you had a pleasant journey. To see you.
Hail, Constantine. I'm to see you again, Max.
They'd want you with them, but you are not an emperor.
I will be.
I don't. Constantine does not easily, and every goes closer to the Christians. Come with me.
What do I owe my life? Perhaps to that this, which embraces all of it. He grabbed my sword. I think.
Allow me, O fathers of Rome, to pay my homage to him whose valor, whose virtue, whose justice have always deserved our praise. Many of you, perhaps even here in this hall, are afraid of rendering him honor. But I am not. As his son, at least a right to weep for him. Not even body has been given back to us tomorrow. They have told us of his glorious death. They have said that he is the murderer of the emperor of the... But where is proof? Where who can confirm it? Is he to accuse a dead of the most terrible crimes? My mother can't return to say they lie. Did he want power added for 20 years and gave it his own free will? Or killed by someone less guiltless? I must not think. I feel I must not speak. Constantine was more than a brother. And with the greatest grief that today I am forced to judge actions. I wish my words were full just. I have tears in my eyes over this. As I accuse Constantino of my father, I collapse!
Silence! Make him be quiet! Him! He offends of Rome! Arrest him! For the members in prison with him!
Seeks to take possession of the empire! Let him deceive you!
He has broke sacred senate of Rome!
Silent while you try to demolish this. This is rebellion! To him! Constantine will never allow this revolt! You seek to destroy the empire! There will be civil war!
Tell the senate of
Quiet!
Rome!
Quiet! Quiet yourselves! Can we tolerate a situation where our beliefs, our lives, our honor, and even our memories are at the of such absolute power?
No!
No! That's why my father died. That's why mother's death, his murder, was suicide. And who dares to defy the emperor and the empire will die the same way. I'll dare it. Who is with me? Who's?
Death to the Christians!
All the laws by Constantine must be annulled. And first of all, the suspended just punishment on the then most dangerous enemy of the Christian.
Let us destroy the Christians! Maxentius, our new...
Wait, noble father. Reflect. I'm not an anxious Constantine. I take no advantage of a more enthusiasm. I want Praetorians to witness of the Senate.
That is yours, senators! Speak if you want to elect Maxentius Emperor of Rome! I give him my vote! Martin the Emperor!
Riots, matters, my laws revoked. It was for him, your brother, that your father tried to assassinate.
How unjust you are. You knew all about that. You could have prevented and saved his life. But you didn't.
You accuse me? Don't you understand? He needed an excuse to have him claimed emperor. And he didn't take to sacrifice your father to be surrounded with Constantine, even in my own household.
Thank you. At least for not saying accomplice. I'm sorry, Queen. But from this moment on, there's misunderstanding and sorrow between us.
Blood. Brother has begun, will not finish till sons have died. Remember that.
O mysterious force that guides our destiny, help me in this moment brave and difficult. If I am wrong, help me decide. I trust you the future of my life and of my love. I ask this not for my sake, but most of all for the sake of Constantine.
you'll have time to change him.
I play your side. You need to stay.
No conception of what war is like. They come with me.
Because I haven't forgotten my marriage vow. Where you will be Constant, there will I be Faust. Remember.
It's not that are important, but heart.
And you've ridden fast, haven't you? Only to tell me of betrayals. What do you...
Forgive me, but I have news that's worth more than Constantine.
Well, get out. And you too, all of you, get out!
Constantine's mother is here in Rome. Her is Elena. And Christian.
Find her.
Last time. Where's Elena? No. She is much too pretty. Where are the others?
Demetrius!
Open! And you?
Told you. I've never...
Leave him. There's no need.
Bring him up.
Well, boy, where is Elena?
Let him hurt. Unless you want to...
Enough. Again.
But this time will be the... What can you tell me of Eleanor? I know her. You don't know your emperor? Still, you do know what... If I did, do you think I would tell you?
Don't touch me!
Don't you? It's me, Adrian.
Adrian? Why didn't you let me die the time they arrested me? Why did you leave me? Why? Why?
Don't say that. Don't say those things. Please.
Admits this, does he?
You aren't a Christian.
No.
May Christ protect you.
The same way you? Your Christ is God.
No, Adrian. No. It's not true. Even now I know it's not true.
Has answered you.
I'm to believe. But when I see all this unjust suffering, I can't believe anything.
Don't fill your heart with dread. It takes you over me. Love. Love brings closer. Love for everyone.
For those who tortured you.
Yes. Also.
Forgive.
Yes. And someday, you.
Lee, we've got to do something. Who can help?
It's useless, Hayden. I must leave you. I'm sorry.
You're not going to die. You must leave me. I love you. Leave you. Leave you.
To live so much.
Adrian. Adrian. Get up. Hurry. No time to argue now. Put this on. You must find your mountain with Fort Milestone. Your friends are waiting there for you.
Why should you want me?
You will understand. You reach the mountain.
Adrian! Over here!
way.
Who are you?
I know. Constantine is on the other side of the Tiber. Tell thee that all the weak and oppressed are depending on...
But I've seen you. Luna.
Yes.
Son is searching every place for you.
It's been very dangerous for him to have found... Brace him for me. My son. Christians are with him.
They're coming!
Ride! Hurry!
I can't leave you here.
It is not important if we can save the lives of... Don't about it. Go, I order you.
Don't let them go!
We've got him. Throw the torch, quickly.
Away.
What should I do?
Keep them under and don't let them speak with anyone. Listen. Message from Licinius to Max. Galerius Emperor has been murdered. Licinius has in command. Instead of an ally, we have an enemy at us, whose advanced force marches to join with Dius and crush us between them. What do you advise?
Maxentius promised much. Let's send envoys to Licinius and more. The important thing is to stop him, to gain time.
We have one advantage over Maxentius. We know something he does.
You're a fool. Licinius must have sent 5 by different routes.
Haven't rested in many. Long marches exhausted. They were raised by help from Galerius, but as soon as it spreads, we won't be able to stop.
No one will ever Rome. The gods protect it.
Rome has the gods, but we have...
They're a lot of good.
You fight, and they pray. Oh, that may be so, all right. They say they're brave in front of the line.
Not brave, they're simple-minded. If you were to meet your brother when we're... Would you kill him, or let him go? If he's in the same uniform as mine, he's no brother. Hey, you! Where are your Praetorian's cloak? Never mind. You want to go Rome alone. Feel we must fall back while we time. Retreat. In Germany, we can ourselves. Here, we'd be...
Retreat to Germany. Licinius would cut us off. This would be at our backs. That's no solution. There's only one possibility to fight here. And there's only one question. How to win? Go back, Jins, for my orders. Where's my wife? I ask you, where's my wife?
He went out. In his cloak.
But there's no need. The empire's yours. You can afford to vote. Maxentius, listen to what I'm saying.
Who am I trying to deceive?
I can understand your bitterness. But I assure you that Constantino, our father... I doubt self at first, but now I know that it was the...
You really think I'm doing all this? And our father? How naive. That old fool may deserved. I needed was his death to make me believe this war was giant.
Maxentius!
And now Constantino will have to humble himself before me. I have a prisoner, the woman he is most in the world. Apuleius!
How detestable you are!
Don't fool yourself. I wasn't referring to you. I've invited your husband to meet Milvian Bridge tonight. I want his face when I tell him the name of my impious hostage. Eleanor the Christian, his mother. Your emperor is finished. Not one memory of him will be...
I would have been his wife, but I'd rather die than your sister.
You make every easier for me. Give me your ring. Responsible for her, too.
You mustn't hope. Without even knowing, you saved my life. Also then, all seemed lost. No, you remember. Didn't see me. Behind the bars in the arena.
But...
I congratulate you, Queen. It's rare that it has the privilege of knowing the outcome of the battle. And I'm willing to offer you us to surrender.
On what?
That you lay down your arms. Recognize me as legitimate emperor.
And I can live,
Yes, not your friends, the Christians. Thanks to your edicts, they have come into the open. It will be easier to exterminate every last...
Is that it to say to me?
Wait, I haven't finished. I will spare one, Christians. Her name is... Helena. You have no choice. You cannot even retreat. Galerius is dead. His legions under Lysa are at your back. Not to you, but to annihilate you.
We'll see tomorrow.
You still have time to decide. To fight, you will enter Rome as a corpse. I bury you there myself in a common... And your mother beside you, and your wife. Yes, I have her too. Recognize this? Huh. She says she is my sister anymore. So I will execute her first.
You'll be given no burial at all for that! Did you leave her there?
It's impossible to obey her. She's not your mother.
If only I could see her, speak with her.
She was the tribunal. You questioned her yourself, remember?
That one, yes. Also in the arena. How often thought of her. I didn't know, but even then I felt... Now am I to condemn her to death? Along with Fausta, who's at last my wife?
Your mother said, one life is not insignificant save the lives of others. The massacre has already... I saw them tortured, yet serene, and themselves. They submit to it all in silence, feel ashamed, their martyrdom, their suffering, and their courage. Even a fool creature like Livia, even the worst cruelty, kept them or their faith. They know.
Words, Hadrian, Christians. They are important. More than ever before. I cannot die. But how can the empire die? How can I leave it in the hands of a man without pit, loyalty, without principles? The world I drew and fought for. A world without injustice or violence. Where all men are born free, can live free, and be lost forever.
I could help.
I know. Leave me.
Whatever you decide, I'll be with. Your mother said, one life is not important, can save the lives of others.
And we can defend ourselves. He'd be massacred.
Really love someone. Sacrifice. Yes.
We are never alone. God is with us.
We are about to attack Rome. Each of you may have to fight some to you. A father, a brother, a son. This is civil. History sternly those who undertake war. I am not afraid of history's judgment, because we will fight the symbol of justice, the hope of the humble, the oppressed, helpless, the sign of us. I will not force you any to accept it as your. Only those must stay at my side, fight for the right of every man to freedom, without tyranny, intolerance, or persecution. Good. Now to the...
Regroup in the river!
Thank God my message. How do we get into Rome? The catacombs. Then it brings us out near the prison.
Halt, men!
Are there many guards? The Praetorians at both gates.
We're never invaded by a smaller force.
Quite well. The prison is filled
We'll
with
treat them as Fausta and Eleanor.
Follow me. Forward. You can hide the horses in here.
Hurry! Dismount, men. There it is. Yes, hurry, men, there's a lose. Hurry! It's away.
Be careful, there are many rocks.
Stay together. separate the cavalry?
You heard my orders.
Constantine, toward the ambush.
Let them see the bait again, quickly.
This way! Get out of here!
Be careful! Please, don't kill him!
Our cavalry is destroyed. Constantine's infantry is moving to attack. They are few as compared to us.
Constantine. We'll defeat him with infantry alone. Go!
First company in failure. Second company move forward and join. Kill these Christian dogs!
Have them attack.
Your mother, she's safe too.
Where is she?
She's waiting for you. There.
Do not kneel before me. No, Mother. It's your son who greets you, Emperor.
Constantine.